Hello guys, today I come back for a review of The Trials of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle. This is the first book of a new series. I think there's going to be 5 books if I remember correctly, by Rick Riordan. It's part of the same universe as Percy Jackson and The Heroes of Olympus, and I was very excited. It was released last month, and so here I go. So, The Trials of Apollo, as you may have figured out, is about Apollo that is sent on Earth as a normal human being instead of a god. He has lost all of his powers and he's a bit in denial. And so it starts his story of how he's gonna get back his powers, his godly powers, and to do that he meets many people and he happens to go to Camp Half-Blood. Which is really cool because in the Heroes of Olympus we didn't get to see much of Camp Half-Blood, so I was personally extremely excited to get to see Chiron and all the others. We actually see a few characters of the past books. I will not tell you whom because it's a bit of a surprise, but it's really exciting to see them come back and to get to know them even better. Apollo is an awesome narrator. He has huge comic relief and just in general comic skills. And he's, how to say, a bit pretentious. And his denial and his arrogance make him so funny to read about. And you can sort of relate at times because we've all been, at one point in our lives, a bit, like, confused. And even though it seems like you wouldn't be able to relate really well to him, he's actually really funny and he has many redeeming qualities, and seeing him grow is part of the journey is really amazing. It's also a great book because it has diversity in it. Apollo himself, I'm sorry, my cat's tail is in the middle. Hello! Apollo himself is bisexual, as the Greek mythology would have it, and this has been kept, and you have one of the main couples, which I think maybe is the main couple right now, that is an heterosexual, one of the main couples. I think he can be considered as the main couple in this book. Maybe later it won't be, but right now it is homosexual, and it involves one of the most loved characters of Percy Jackson in Heroes of Olympus, and I was so glad to see that person come back. So that's really cool. You get to learn a lot about Apollo, and you get to see him mature, and that's really cool, and it's just a really good book that is very thrilling and funny, and that I would definitely recommend. So as this is a spoiler-free review, I won't tell you anymore, but if you love the previous books and if you've enjoyed them so far, you will definitely like this one. And although it is a bit different, it has still the Rick Riordan mark that makes it so wonderful. If you haven't read the other books, I think you could read this understanding, because Apollo is a bit confused too, because you know he's a god and he doesn't pay attention to everything that's going on. So often things are going to be explained explicitly, but I would still recommend you read the other books before, because I think you would miss a bit of the anticipation and also of the love for the characters that we already have when we start the book. You would miss that, and I think that's kind of a shame. But if you do not want to read, what is it, 10 books before, I can completely understand, and I think you would still be completely and totally able to understand everything that is going on in the book. Each chapter starts by a haiku that is made by Apollo, and if you have read the books you will learn that Apollo is, how to say, a terrible poet. So it's really funny, it's really thrilling, and I would give it 5 stars out of 5. It was amazing. The book has lovely relationships and storytelling, and I think there's a little bit of everything in this book that will please everyone. Adults and teens and younger kids also, even though I would definitely recommend it for tweens and teens, not younger. And I don't see how you could miss this. Finally, to conclude, I will say that I am very excited for the next books and for the rest of Percy Jackson and Company's adventures, and I can't wait to tell you more about the next one when I get my hands on it. This is a hardcover, it is extremely pretty, and I'm very lucky because it is a special edition that has been signed. I'll show you. Here, it's been signed. So this is why it's not the same cover as everybody else's. For those of you that get the non-signed version, which I think the signed version might still be available on Amazon, I can't remember because I pre-ordered it, but if you get the non-signed version, the cover is different, but I'm sure it's still lovely. here you go. I hope you'll enjoy this book, and don't hesitate to tell me what you think of Percy Jackson's, and don't hesitate to tell me what you think of the Percy Jackson series, Magnus Chase, Heroes of Olympus, anything that has to do with that. I would love to hear your thoughts if you have read it, and if you haven't read it, go grab it. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't hesitate to subscribe. I'll see you very soon. Bye!